have a voice.
Absolutely. Feel free to interrupt us with your calls, your messages, your voice notes. But without wasting much time, guys, let's hit the road. Let's go straight to the local scene. Okay, let's begin the show proper. Let's begin from. Let's start off from home. They say charity begins at home. I hope she's still home. And a lot of people will say she's left home, but let's stay with home at this point in time. Sad news we got yesterday when we heard at the House Committee on Sports talking about representing Chikun Kajuru Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. Talking about the House of Representatives, Honorable Ekene Abaka Adams has died. We hear that, of course, a tribute has started pouring in. First of all, it was the NFF. We heard that he had a condolence visit to his family, his wife, and his children. Same as well with, of course, National Swan, led by the president, Isaiah Benjamin. And, of course, FCT Swan were not left out, talking about led by Kelechi Onwudiwe and his board. We also hear there were a lot of people have been pouring in their differences, their condolences. And of today, it was time of the President of the Federal Republic, no other than President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and of course, the Labour Party presidential candidate at the 2023 election, Peter Obi, both pouring their hearts out through their, first of all, Jurin Galale, the media advisor of the president, and of course, the media aide of Peter Obi, Dr. Tanko Yanusi, Yunisa, beg your pardon. Sad times for Nigerian sports, I tell you. He was a friend to the house, a friend of us individually, but we didn't expect this blow as early as he did.
Yes, talking about the late Honorable Ekene Adams. Indeed, when the news struck yesterday, broke us out. We were very, very sad. I, for one, I have had my own one-on-one interview section with him a couple of months ago. And I will tell you that this man is a jolly good fellow. Sports journalists, sport presenters, sport lovers all over the federations have been pouring encomium, especially the Football Writers Association of Nigeria, Abuja chapter. They have also long poured out their encomiums, did I say encomiums? Their condolences, rather, to the family of the Adams. Such a young man, 39 years of age. And we heard that he died from a longer related battle with illness. Yeah. Unfortunately, he couldn't defeat that one, even though he has been defeating every other illness that have been there. But one thing I must say, the last time we heard from the late Ekene Adams when he was alive was that brouhaha he had with the Minister of Sports.
I'm not forgetting with the NOC.
I must tell you,
when they called him up to the house.
It wasn't a good thing after all, because I was wondering, now that he is gone, what will be running through the mind of the Honorable Minister for Sports? Talking about him,
he has poured his own 2 cents of condolences.
On the lighter side, Sport Bishop, I'm just wondering, while he was alive, at least we had the things that we experienced. But come on, that is one thing that is inevitable, and when it comes to knocking, we have no choice but to answer. My heart goes to the family, that the Lord will continue to give them the heart to bear these irreplaceable loss. Of course, after night, we will definitely drive down to the family's house to pour our own encomium, if not in person, but online.
Absolutely. Anyway, guys, let's leave that for a moment. Sad one. Wish the family the fortune to bear the Lord. This family from the sports team here on Voice of the People. Okay, one man joins us from the back door. He loves sneaking in Nicodemusly. I'm talking about no other than Mr. J. Mr. J, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Uncle Fineboy and Sports Bishop.
Okay, guys, let's move forward. We now know. I would have been asking what's going down with the Nigeria vs Canada game, Fineboy, but we're told that the game would not be streamed live. They will give us update when the game is over, coming from the NFF and of course the handle of the Super Falcons. But come on, we've seen other teams play friendly games across different match venues so far, and we've watched their games. What are the NFF hiding? First of all, it was a closed door game. Why not allow Nigerians to watch the game? And now this. What's your take on all these issues?
Sport Bishop, you're acting as if you do not know what football is all about. Even when we are playing qualifiers, sometimes World Cup qualifiers, Nations Cup qualifiers, we find it difficult to watch even our own darling Super Eagles. I can tell you that it is not something that we must appreciate these guys for. We want to see our national teams going head-to-head with Canada, because this is, even though it is a friendly game in preparations for the Olympics, but we want to see how this team will definitely line up in the Olympics proper. We want to see our players. We want to see how far they have prepared. We want to see the strategy. We want to see the tactics as they approach their first game against Brazil. And when you keep these games away from us, it blurs our vision in judging this team. Yes, it does. It does blur our vision from judging this team. It makes our permutation as well as our preview to these games are quite shabby, because we haven't seen these games played of recent. This game would have given us an exposure on what to expect when the games begin proper. But I really don't know. But all in all, from us to them, we wish them all the best, and we wish them that, whatever tactics they will approach the game between the game against Canada with, it will be a game worthy of support. Because if they do not play well against Canada, and whatever report we get at the end of the day is not anything to go by, it will definitely stall our support for the team. But we just want to see, just to hear a good game after all.
Let's focus on the things we know. Let's say the things we don't know. We know that the Falcons will be taking on 2 friendly games out of the Under-20 World Cup. They'll be playing the likes of Australia and Mexico. Both games will be played in Colombia. We hear ahead of their World Cup, where they'll be in the same group with Germany, Venezuela, and Colombia. Those are the finds. We heard 2 players are in camp. We know already under Christopher Danjuma, which he has to cut down to a final 23 months. But Jay,
yep.
This is the friendly we need Australia, Mexico to face teams like Germany, Venezuela, and Korea.
Yeah, for me, because Australia, in terms of women football, they are there. Mexico, yeah, they are also there. And mind you, it's a friendly, it's a preparatory game. It's not the type of game that we are going there to kill ourselves. But what still baffles me is not that it's not being streamed on any platform at all for us to know what's going on. I still can't imagine this 20.
That's for the Falcons. Hopefully, we get to see these games played by the under-20s. Hopefully.
I hope so. But for me, I think it's a quality friendly for us to before facing, because you can't go and play the Brazil we are going to play. We can't go and play Canada in the friendly when we have match against them. And these are the powerhouse in this world football.
Okay.
For me,
I'll come to you, frankly. Come on. We're playing Germany, a team who beat us twice in the final of this competition. We're playing Venezuela and Korea. But Australia and Mexico, are those what kind of games Christopher Danjuma would want preparing for teams? I would have said maybe a team from from Asia for team like Korea. Australia is from the
Australia
north, from the is it Asia? Like, I'll put them around Asia.
No, Australia, they
look
their own.
But they play the Asian Cup anyway.
That is the Oceania.
Yeah.
But then you look at Mexico as well as Australia. These are 2 powerhouses. Irrespective of whatever cadet level, whether they are senior women team
I could agree
or they are
with Australia, but not Mexico.
Of lately, Mexico is really stepping up.
Okay.
They are stepping up. When it comes to the South African nations, the likes of USA, the likes of Brazil, the likes of Paraguay, there's a female team, and the likes of Jamaica, and of lately Canada, they are really stepping up. Though they are not the powerhouses when it comes to the top team in America or in Europe entirely, but they are stepping up. For me, it is not all about having these countries to play against, but rather countries that are available for you. First off, you write to their FA. Second off, they have to accept your letters. Third off, they have to put this team together for you to play against them. Because if you write to nations that are not ready to play, they'll just tell you, we'll get back to you. Just like
so you have to find people who are ready to play first.
Absolutely. You have to find them. And while you are looking for them, you have to look for countries that play kind of similar pattern to your opponent in the competition proper.
Absolutely.
You look at Canada, they are, Mexico, they are close to the Brazilian team.
Yep.
They are also technically close to the
But we're not
Japanese team.
playing Brazil, we're playing Germany, Venezuela, and Korea.
You look at Venezuela, they are still part of the South American team.
Yeah,
you look at Brazil, they are the powerhouse when it comes to South American football, male and female.
Yeah.
So when you are playing nations close to these countries, they share this football DNA. It may not be likes for likes, but it can be likes for looks.
Exactly.
Very close to.
Exactly.
You look at the likes of Australia and of course Germany and
Korea.
Korea. They are
Korea.
close in the sense that when it comes to competitions, these countries are always represented,
Yeah.
and they play kind of a similar football. So German football is more mechanical and highly technical, but when you want to put them in terms of their gameplay, I think Australia falls in that category, if you ask me. They do fall under that.
We'll wait and see how things pan out for the Flamingos. The Falcons, I beg your pardon, the Flamingos are not yet in camp, according to the coach of the team. He said they are still trying to get themselves together as they prepare for the Under-17 World Cup. Anyway, guys, let's leave the Flamingos for a moment, the Falcons and the Super Falcons, and let's go to the Super Eagles. This is coming from a former Super Eagles assistant coach, and he has said this, and I don't know whether both of you agree with him. He said, no Nigerian coach is good enough for the managerial role of the country's seniors men national team. This is according to Usman Abdallah. Those were his words. He said, according to him, he said, yes, you could. He sees that the digital clothes weren't good enough for the job. And his word said, it doesn't bother me whether NFF is considering bringing those percent back, or you don't want to hire Javier Renard as a Super Eagles coach, as long as they can afford to pay their salaries. The issue is, I have heard people say they don't want us to spend money on foreign coach, but show me a coach qualified for the Eagles job who is in Nigeria, whether home or abroad. The fact is that we do not have. He went on to say, the only person we have is Salisu Yusuf, who a lot of people don't want because of what happened in the past. But I don't want to argue with that. Nigerian coaches have already always been serving as assistants, and none of us can argue that we were better than those we worked with. Usman Abdallah. I can see you licking your lip, fine boy.
Now,
do you buy the idea?
On 1000%, I do buy the idea. Now, this is why I will tell you that he's spot on. Aside the last time we enjoyed success, Mr. J. Sport Bishop with the Super Eagles, that was under the certain late coach Stephen Keshi.
Yeah.
Now, before him, we had 3 local coaches that didn't do well. Aside for the late Shaibu Ahmadu, that is known to always qualify
qualifying us for World
God
Cup.
bless you.
And they won so many bronze medals at the African Cup of Nations.
That is not success for me. For a team like Super
When last
Eagles,
did we win bronze medal out to receiver?
that is not success for me for a team like the Super Eagles. You look at the Super Eagles from 1990 to 2004, we are gold medalist quality in the AFCON. There's nothing you will tell me from the Tunisia 94 to South Africa 96, to which we didn't go as defending champions, to Burkina Faso 98, to
we didn't win that,
no, of course we didn't.
We didn't go.
2000 we hosted it.
2006,
1990.
1996 we didn't go.
1998 we went, we didn't win.
2000
we
went to the
hosted
final.
we didn't win.
We went to the final.
Yes.
We were defeated in the
In
final.
Surulere, Lagos, somewhere
It's
close by
okay,
here.
it's okay, it's
In
okay, it's okay.
2000
It's okay.
2002 we were in Mali.
But we won it in
bronze.
2012.
Now,
Yeah,
this
2013.
This is my
2013,
point. Now,
Yeah.
this is my point.
Yeah.
After the late coach Stephen Keshi, you look at the indigenous coaches that have taken charge of the Super Eagles. The likes of Sunday Olise, how did it go? You and I know how it panned out. Before Eguavon, we had the likes of Samson Siasia. It didn't go down well. We had the likes of, what's his name now? Shego Degbami. Even though he did not put pen to paper, but he verbally agreed. But something happened in 2013. He didn't take up the job. Then we had a certain Austin Eguavon. What happened? Now, you come down to the latest Finidi George. Now, Dalla said, no indigenous coaches, either local or foreign, that have the Nigerian descent is qualified to coach this current Super Eagles. I agree with him 1000%.
Home, is that home or abroad?
They are not qualified to coach this present Super Eagles.
Okay.
Not that they are not qualified to coach a team in Nigeria.
See,
Either the under 17.
Fine boy.
There are lots of things you need to look out in terms of selecting a coach. Just a minute before I round up, Mr. J, I know you want to delve into this one like a certain Ezenwa and not Wambali. You want to dive in. Now you look at the present day Super Eagles. These are players that some people believe they are not good. They are not good enough. Some people believe their ego and their pride will not let them humble themselves to a local coach. Some of them believe that that's a first team mentality, that even if I come to the camp the night before the game, I am good enough to start. And how many local coach will stamp the authority and say, you are not good enough to play because you didn't come to camp early enough? So there are lots of indices that we must put together, and of course, how many of them are technically sound to take over the job of the Super Eagles? Now, I will pass the baton to Mr. J.
You have virtually said it all.
So
But
one
thing,
are you in the foreign coach camp?
don't worry. One thing he didn't add, that if I'm allowed, I will add, is that these foreign coaches coming, these foreign players who are coming, you said it very well. This crop of players we have now, they are much more richer than.
It's not about money now.
No. That is because the coach we have are expecting bread from these players who are coming anytime they like.
Okay.
They can't command the respect of these players. You get my point? And you can't be a good and successful coach without having that capacity, that ability, that ingenuity.
Man management with these players.
Man management. You standing on your own. Imagine a player ranting against
a coach.
His coach. We have seen in Super Eagle. What are we talking about?
Mr. J, going by that, what happened between Finidi George and Osime, before Finidi George put pen to paper to officially sign as the head coach of the Super Eagles, there were issues that he had with a certain Sadiq Umar.
Okay.
There were issues he had with a certain Ademola Lukman, to which both of them could not shake hands.
Imagine.
There were issues he had with a certain Boniface.
But then the bottom line on the final, let me just say the bottom line is that being it a local coach or a foreign coach, I pray and I beg that NFF should allow them that free hand to develop to coach our Super Eagles for us.
Guys, you can be part of the show. Simple. What's your take on this whole story? Do you think we do not have a local based coach here that's good enough to coach the Super Eagles home and abroad? 0808 312 8618 0808 312 8618. You can send us a WhatsApp message, a WhatsApp voice, so put a WhatsApp call us on the SMS on that number 0808 312 8618. As we are expecting those calls coming in, let's move on to what happened yesterday at the annual general meeting of the Nigerian Premier Football League Board that went down in Abuja. This is what the deduction, before we hear from, if time permits, we hear from the president of the NFF and of course the chief operating officer, Davison Owumi. Let's hear. We hear that officially prize money has increased though. If you are thinking that 150 million naira was huge last season, it is now increased by exactly to 200 million naira for the winners of the new league. That's what we hear. Also, we hear that, of course, the new season will run a full match day, no abridged league.
Exactly.
It will go all the way 38 games for every single team, and that's what we hear as well. We also hear that match day one fixtures are up and running. It looks like a community shield and kind of match where the winners of the league, talking about Enugu Rangers, we played the team that won the Federations Cup, Academy Warriors, in day one, and that game will come up on August 31st alone before the other league games continue 1 week later. So these are the required fixtures. Lobby Stars take on Aqua United, Abia Warriors vs Remo Stars, Beyond Limit vs Eyimba, Better Shot take on Rivers United, Canopilas vs Ikorodu City, Ikorodu City, Baptism of Fire, they go to the Sani Abacha Stadium. Sunshine Stars vs Bayelsa United, Rangers vs Academy Warriors, that's why United vs Shooting Stars, Plateau United will take on Castina United, and Kwara United will take on Niger Tornadoes in that encounter. So big game, guys. Look at what we're looking out for in that encounter. Talking about the president, he talked about the fact that there will be communication gadgets for the referee starting the new season. Yes, the new season. But when he spoke about the VAR, he said that the coaches still need to have time, to adjust to the league, adjust to the technology. They have to train before they can use. And he also said there will be no conjunction of matches. Whether you play in the continent, if you play on Saturday, you come back and you play on Wednesday, because there will be no more mid-week games. Let's hear first of all from the president, and then I'll have you guys react. Talking about the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Alhaji Ibrahim Gusso, and this is what he had to say just after he opened the AGM in the talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League.
Teams we play in the continent. First and foremost, what technical assistance is the NFF going to render to these teams? And secondly, will there be a way for the fixtures to be harmonized for them to be able to play the matches as at when?
Well, I'm sure you heard what I said during my little remark. We are obviously going to sit down with the chief operating officer and the other staff of the NPFL with the staff in charge of competition, Nigerian Football Federation, to make sure that they come up with pictures that will make us have a clean way to go. Because as I have said earlier, we cannot accept a situation whereby a club will have 5-4 standing matches. But I want to assure you, it will not happen this season again. We are going to be sure that by the grace of God, everything is sorted out before we start the league, so that once we start, we'll be good to go. And then on the technical assistance to the team that will participate on the continent, you know, it's only when they write to us that this is what they want us to come in and see how we can support them. But the basic things that we are supposed to do to ensure that they have a smooth participation, we are doing that with them. And whatever they will require from us anymore going forward, we will be ready to support them. Most time, I will try as much as possible to be there physically to see how I can motivate the boys and see how we can support them so that we can change the narratives of where we used to be.
Sir, we're looking at last season. What did the board of the NPFL do that impressed you? And probably you would say, please improve on this.
Well, you know, what they did that impressed me the most was, despite the tight congestion of the pitches, they tried to manage the situation, and at the end of the day, we were able to finish the league at the end of May. And then look at the prize money that was paid to the winner. And I'm aware that the money has already entered into the account of the winners. So those are the kind of things that we are impressed about, and we'll continue to support them to see that at least they move ahead of where they are now.
So I spoke about VAR during your remark. How soon will the VAR be in action in the league?
Well, you know, I said we have to get the trained personnel that will manage the VAR. Now, as I have said, we have already secured the communication gadget that our referees will be using during matches, and we are going to start training our referees. We have selected some of the referees that we are going to start training. It's not a training of 1 day, 1 month, 2 months. It's a training that will take a little bit time. After the training, they have to go and have a practical training on the system. That is to go while some matches are going on to see how they can manage it. Then when we are sure that we have the personnel that can manage it, and then just in the next 1 or 2 years, we'll start to see how we can bring in the VAR in our system.
Guys, you heard him in the next 1 or 2 years.
This
After
my
speaking about the VAR so extensively in the AGM, and I said in the next 1 or 2 years. Guys, what's your take on all this?
I think you can hear my take already.
VAR or no VAR?
He had finished spoken well about
and then he said
this
the next
thing,
1 or 2
and then
years.
he said just. I mean, they just. My
Yeah,
brother,
help me.
when will we be serious?
Well, that explains the reason why the Nigerian Premier Football League is ranked number 13th league in Africa.
Tanzania will be using it this season.
It was announced 2 days ago
Absolutely.
that officially the VAR will be used in the Tanzanian league beginning from the season. And just so you know, the PSL, that is the Premier Soccer League in South Africa, have already been using the VAR seasons ago.
Yeah.
Same
Same
as
with
the
the
Egyptian League, the Moroccan League,
and
the
the
Libyan
Tunisian
League,
League,
the Tunisian League, even the Sudanese League, the Zambia League. That's
Zanaco.
they are definitely using the VAR. And as for the one of the leagues that we believe is the biggest in Africa,
Yeah.
we believe how do I put it now? Though not official, but we believe that it is one of the biggest league in Africa. We are still battling with the use of VAR.
Fine, but let's take this call. Let's take this call. Let's hear from this caller. Hello, what's the name where you calling from?
Hello.
Good evening. What's the name where you calling from?
Good evening.
What's your name? And
Hello?
where, I can hear you. What's the name where you calling from? Oh wow. Jay, go ahead. You seem to lost it.
How do you go ahead and procure the gadget you don't know? You are planning to start using it in the next 1 or 2 years. You've
Buy the
already
gadget,
procured it.
beg people
Maybe,
to
but
come and
no.
teach us on how to use it, and in the next 1 or 2 years, that is just the time frame. It could be more than that.
And
Fine,
before
but
that,
let's
it
take
will
this
be
call.
obsolete.
I know
bet you.
this is a big turning point. Hello, what's the name where you calling from?
Hello. Good evening, Sport Bishop.
Good evening to you.
Mr. J, good evening.
Good evening,
and
brother.
Fine, I'm greeting you all.
Fantastic evening to you, Evidence.
My name is Evidence Emmanuel.
Evidence.
Talking about our league, made them hold on for that VAR of 15 steps. Let them put our league together.
Okay.
This is what I'll call you.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
I,
evidence.
I think I get his
We
point.
get his point.
Yeah.
He was talking about okay, VAR is a distraction to the league. Okay,
Even
guys,
football.
because of time, quickly let's let you know. I can keep the calls coming in 0808 312 8618. Yeah, Certain Fidelis Lechuku won the coach of the year. Getting a whooping 1 million naira along with it. We'll hear from him tomorrow. Unfortunately, we don't have time to listen to him today. Lobby Stars, of course, we hear they're set to return to the Apiaku Stadium. That's what we're hearing. The CEO, talking about Dominic Iofa, says the club, the governor is intentional about returning them back to their stadium after the Plymouth of their game at the Lafayette Township Stadium. Mekaiba is set to join Wikitoris in the Nigerian National League, the NNL. This man left Kano Pillars in the NPFL, kept them in the league, and is going down. We don't know why. Ours here as well could be heading to Cincinnati. We hear the club have asked Boavista they want his services. Guys, quickly, before we go on the break, what do you think about this story? Let's start off, of course, from that big one, Fidelis, the working man.
When you're a winner, you get a lot of bonuses. He has enjoyed a whole lot of them from the Enugu State government, as well as well-meaning business tycoons from Enugu State. And lately now, we are hearing that the NPFL have decided to give them a whooping sum of 1 million
1 million naira for being the best coach.
Absolutely. And before that, he has won the manager of the month on 4 different occasions all through the season. Just the coach of what's his name, Namajin, came closer with 3 award all through the season. In fact, it was shared between a coach of Enugu Rangers, coach of Aimba, a coach of Niger Tornadoes, and of course a coach of Remo Stars. It's been moving around these 3 coaches, and for the likes of our Zema moving over to Boavista is a good move. It shows that our Super Eagles players, even though it's been a long time he played for the Super Eagles, even though he has been called on several occasions, but he never had the opportunities to play on match day live. I love it, and I love to see when our Super Eagles players make those moves to some of the top teams in Europe. It gives me great joy.
Okay, guys, finally, let's go to tennis, where we all know that the Davis Cup is going on here in Abuja, the Africa Zone 3. A good start for Nigeria, I must tell you, yesterday with a certain player at the MK Abela Stadium, Michael Emmanuel beating Courtney Locke of Zimbabwe 2-6, 6-1, 6-3 to win the first match, while Christopher Bullis also defeated Benjamin Locke 3-6, 6-2, 6-3 to win our first 2 games of the competition, but we lost later today. That man Ibinova was beaten in the doubles alongside. They were beating the doubles. Come on, guys, they were beating the doubles 2-1. So they lost 2-1 in that encounter. Talking about Daniel Odeleye and Uchenna Oparagji losing both in the doubles. Earlier this morning, Wilson Obinova was lost the first set against Namibia. Guys, not the best star, but before I left that stadium earlier today, Fine Boy and NG, Nigeria was winning the second singles. We lost the first singles by Ibinova. We're winning the second singles. Don't forget, Nigeria, if they win the second singles and they double, they win match day 2.
Yeah.
Well, it is still early days in the Davis Cup. Yes, we are the host. The door was open a couple of days ago for
Absolutely.
teams all over Africa to come around.
6 teams, particularly Benin, Namibia, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Cote d'Ivoire, and of course Ghana.
And you look at these teams, Nigeria happens to be the powerhouse there, even though we are the host. But I would tell you, it's the early days.
We won match day 1, 2-1. We are winners. Can we do that against a strong Namibia team who are ranked higher than us on the table?
I think we can.
Okay.
I think we can. With the right mentality, with the right coaches, and with the right support, I think they can.
Okay, and this how it looks like Benin Republic won their first game against Cote d'Ivoire by 2-1. Namibia beat Ghana 2-1 as well, that is 2 games to 1. And Nigeria also did the job against Zimbabwe by 2-1. Hopefully, they continue their winning streak when they are playing Namibia today. Okay, guys, this is how much you can take from the local scene. Let's go to, come on, let's take a little breather. When we come back, guys, we hit the foreign scene. We hear that Modric says, I'm going nowhere. I want to stay here and play until I'm 40. That's what we hear. He signed a new contract. All that and more, including a car. Come on, Kylian Mbappe in the news again. Everything good comes from that man. As well, of course, Eddie Howe, Enzo under the banner. All this and more when we come back. Don't go nowhere. It's still Sport Lounge of Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. Okay, guys, welcome back to Sport Lounge on Voice of the People, now the 6.1 FM Abuja, the show that gives you a voice, the nation and the station that gives you a voice. So, it is your show, and you know how we do it. Oh, come on, guys, you can be part of the show. The phone lines are officially up and running. Yes, it's your time to talk to us. And whether it's WhatsApp voice note, SMS, WhatsApp message, call, simple. The numbers are very simple, 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. And I am your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, professor, none so as a J. Fine boy is still here alongside Mr. J. But let's take this call. Hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Franklin from Area 1.
Franklin, how's Area 1 today?
We are doing fine.
Franklin, talk to me.
Good evening to Uncle Fine Boy and Mr. J.
Thank you.
Fantastic evening to you, Franklin. Congratulations again, Franklin. Hope you have received
Your urgent
prize.
2K.
I just have to check it out. I appreciate you guys.
It's what we do, yeah.
Fine boy. I must commend you on your analysis this evening. You always better when you are not on the driving seat. I must commend you. Trust me.
Oh, you have given us a hint. Thank you very much.
So your analysis this evening on this hiring of local coaches for the national team, I quite agree with you, because I just have to agree with you. Mr. J actually mentioned something that got me laughing here, that when those foreign players are coming for the national duties, that the coaches always be expecting bread from them. I was laughing. I was laughing out here, honestly, and it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Trust me. If it is a foreign coach, it's those nonchalant attitude that has been exhibited by most of these players. Trust me, it will not happen. We watch how they behave in their club side football now, and this is not how they behave. Do you get?
Okay.
And coming to the national team, they displayed whatever kind of attitude. Imagine Osimhen coming out there to say that he has money. That is it all about money now, or the passion for the national team? So it really sucks. If we can get a foreign coach that we can manage, we can pay on time, and I believe everything will work out well for us.
Okay.
So that is it. Thank you so much for the show. I appreciate you guys always.
Thank you very much. Okay, fine, but you were about to tell us where you can listen to us anywhere in the world.
Absolutely. Get to your Google Play Store or your iOS app. Download the app Radio Garden, and when you do that, look out for the address of VOP 96.1 Abuja, and that is Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Anywhere from the world you are in Sambisa Forest, rest assured that you can get us there live and direct. Also on YouTube, we are currently streaming live on our YouTube page. We can see some of you viewing, liking what we are doing. Thank you very much. God bless you. We want to have you do more. Share the link to your friends, to your landlord and landladies. Let even your enemies know that the sport guys are of Abuja. We are here. The address is a Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. That is VOP 96.1 Abuja.
Okay, guys, and don't forget to come and be part of the show. Well, like I said, the phone lines are open, running. It's your time to have your say on everything. 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. And congratulations to all the winners for the predictions. I know you've received your little something courtesy the sport team of Voice of the People, now the 6.1 FM Abuja. Guys, let's run because of time, and let's go straight to the foreign saying. Okay, guys, where we get from? Let's go to the rush cut. Let's start from Enzo Fernandez, guys. We hear he was the chief leader in the singing and the chanting and the dancing. Enzo was the name on all the lips of all the Argentina players. We hear he's under investigation right now for that chant by FIFA and, of course, Chelsea. Now, the question is, he has apologized.
No. I don't want that kind of
we don't want to accept any quick apology.
Mr. J,
yeah.
Personally, I want a loud apology.
Oh.
The same way he went on social media to insult me, Uncle Fineboy insulted me,
yes,
that I am black.
He was talking to the France national team.
He's talking to every single African man. He's talking to every single black man.
It wasn't the only one. It was the whole team singing.
No,
but he led it. He was a choir master,
It
right?
was believed.
video that
It was
posted.
believed that it
It
was
was
the
video.
entire
Yes.
team, but there were some players there that didn't join in
Yep.
the chant. A certain Malagusto, I've unfollowed him on social media. And
Yeah, all his Chelsea
a
teammates from
certain
France.
Wesley Fofana, I've all
Yeah,
unfollowed him.
Axel Disasi
This
as
is,
well.
This is wrong. I do not know why the French national team had to come in between their celebrations.
Chelsea said they want to do disciplinary committee. Hope they will not don't be a slap on the wrist.
And then the likes of the FFF, that is the French Football Federation,
They've
have
written to FIFA.
officially tabled the case. They have made it official. They have filed
FIFA said they are
a complaint.
investigating. I'll have to investigate now.
FIFA let them investigate. The FFF, they can come in and do theirs. And Chelsea, in fact, Chelsea were the first team that put out a statement
Yeah.
condemning that act, Mr. J.
And putting him under investigation as well.
course.
Because if you look at Chelsea as a team, and one thing that I like with Chelsea,
Yeah.
they use blacks very, or
Absolutely.
they use Africans very well. And then you can't be a player for that same team and then be.
Do you know how many players they have? The likes of 9 players are black.
Exactly.
Ugo Chukwu, the guy who played was a Nigerian France.
Chukwuemeka.
Chukwuemeka.
There are many. Let's
There are
not
so many
even
of them.
mention them so
9,
that I will not
9.
waste time. So for me, it's something that is condemnable anytime, any day. And then you are in this kind of club. It means
you're not even playing well. You're not even playing well for the club.
Yeah, you are not. Why is it not playing well? Because this club has blacks, and he will have to pass balls to black, like Moises Caicedo, who plays alongside with him, is a black. Don't you wonder why Chelsea has midfield problem with all the millions they've spent in the midfield?
That's another big question.
And then Bishop, just a minute. And then you look at the translation of that chant. It is quite disgraceful.
It is.
They call themselves the French team. They have African players and they carry an Angola and French passport. What does that tell you? And then he made a very, very derogatory statement to which I will not
Accept
say on
any
air.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
Aside accepting it, not saying on air that they love to sleep with. I will hold it
Hold it
there.
there, hold it there, please.
It is shameful.
It is.
For a
Absolutely
player that has
shambolic.
traveled far and
And
wide,
wide.
who understand that football is fair play. We say no to racism. We say yes to humanity. And all in a bit of excitement involving the French national team, involving their black player in the midst of your celebration against a Colombian team. Come on.
No.
Even if we will accept his apology, to which I believe we will, but come on, a certain Enzo Fernandez should be punished.
Now let's go to the transfer market quickly, guys, because of time. I know we'll come back to Eddie Howe. We hear that Newcastle said they're not going to let him go, even if the English FA comes. This according to no other than, of course, the chief executive of Newcastle, Darren Ells. He said they are determined to keep him.
Oh,
Despite-
will he
they
be happy
they
with
will-
them if they deny him?
Is it your deny? Anyway, guys, we have Mr. Greenwood will become a Marseille player. We hear he's completed his permanent move from Man United. The fees agreed €30 million at £25.5 million, and they would also be negotiating whether they can have a significant sell-on clause. Luka Modric have signed a new 1-year deal. He stays put at Real Madrid. He signed there, 38 years old. That means he will be by next year, be 39, playing for Real Madrid. Mbappe also have signed a 5-year deal. Come on, what a player he is. He was unveiled yesterday, and the fans couldn't have enough of the young man.
80,000
absolutely.
fans.
We hear that West Ham have agreed a deal for Jean-Claude Ribo from Nice. We hear that deal is about £27 million, paying out his buyout clause. So, guys, where do you want to touch from? Let's start from you, Jay. Where do you want to touch from?
For Luka Modric signing, extending his contract with Real Madrid, I think is my own opinion is a very good one, because if you look at the Real Madrid, they have evolved from his time, but Real Madrid
Let's
still
take this call.
feel the okay.
Hello, what's the way you calling from?
Good evening, Sport Bishop.
Good evening to you.
And evidence they covered.
Evidence, talk.
First of all, I want to thank you now. Thank you very much. I don't receive my own package.
Well done.
And next time I will do more to get more.
The higher you win, the bigger the prize.
Absolutely. Talk to me.
Sport Bishop.
Yes, my brother.
I'll start from home. You see, this our NPFL. Before they talk of to bring VAR, make them put our football at the top first. Mostly the style of play we want our league to be. we will see how competitive our league is before they were talking about bringing VAR into it. If they bring that VAR on Akara and go play match for Kaduna, now fight the Okara come out there. Go play for Gumbi, now fight. Go play for South, now fight. Because so that make the people, let them teach them, let them understand the use of VAR, even including the team, the player, and the club owners, and so that they will understand the use of VAR before introducing it. Then talk about this foreign incident. What else will do? Let's call it a spade. That guy should be punished. I think he should be banned for 5 years for playing football.
Fine boy, but you hearing your friend evidence. 5 years.
That racist chant is big. That offense big.
I know. What about the teammates that sang along with him?
Yes, he big pass betting, and he don't think of and say in teammates who they that national team.
Okay.
He don't reason now. Now they leak the chant. I don't watch the video over and over. That guy deserves to be punished. We will tell ourselves the truth. That guy deserves to be punished. And then for Mason Greenwood, good one for him. Let him go and play in France. Last season he was in Spain, now he's going to France.
Yeah.
Maybe before we know big club now will come stand that. That guy na star. Now waiting don't spoil in career. Now that will happen. If not, that guy na star. He's a good player than Rashford and every other Man U player I know. So good luck to him. Scott Bishop,
yes?
Any news from my team? We need a right winger. Any news for us? Man City.
I will let you know if there's anyone. I don't manufacture this news. It has to come from you people.
This Gadrola last season, but we won't use and finish. Everybody will come across us.
Okay.
So if you are not ready, don't come close.
Okay.
And you think Man City will still replicate this coming season?
I think you are an Arsenal fan. Say you top 4.
Go online and watch me. Go online and watch me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come top 3.
Okay.
We don't remember top 4 there.
No
Thank
wahala. Okay, guys, keep the calls coming. 0808-312-8618 0808-312-8618. Fine boy.
We all know that a certain Mason Greenwood will no longer play for Manchester United.
Official,
but it was a very, very good deal for Man United. Selling Greenwood to Marseille, signing a 50% sell-on.
Imagine, after paying 30 million naira.
And of course, they will not naira, Maji.
Let's take this call. Hello, what's the way you calling from?
Good evening, Nonso and Mr. J. I'm fine, boy.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, we thank God, my guys. Yeah, it's Mohammed Abdullahi from Turkey inside Old Trafford.
The latest winner of our giveaway. Congratulations, Mohammed. Hope you've received your token.
Thank you. I received it. That reason why I called to appreciate. I received it.
Thank you very much. Talk to me.
May God bless you all, my guys.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, I want to contribute on this Enzo issue, my brother.
Please go ahead.
I would like, the people that can handle this situation to sanction this guy.
We will do our best.
We'll try our best.
My brother, is it because we love them supporting football because they are white men? And the way they are doing this kind of thing, so for we the black men, I don't like it.
Okay.
And assuming that they do something that can affect one of them, maybe they are going to stop these kind of things because they are doing it a long time. So this time around, they have to punish these guys so much so it can be a lesson to the others. But I don't like the moment, my brother.
Okay.
And concerning Greenwood, I think if not because of this condition that happened to him, with the Man U fans, we cannot even appreciate him leaving. But how we can do, my brother, now that the situation that he picked himself now, I think I would like to use this opportunity, to wish him successful anywhere that he can go. But we really miss the young man, my brother. He's a great player for Manchester United.
Okay.
May God bless you all for the wonderful job.
Bless you
Thank
too.
so
Bless
much.
you too. Bless you too. Bless you too. Bless you too. And then finally, before we wrap up and get out of the studio, guys, we have Malaga would host the Billie Jean Kings Cup in November after they move from Seville. The 12-team women's competition will take place from the 13th to the 20th of November at the Palacio Deportivo Jose Maria Martin Campana Arena, the same venue as the men's Davis Cup. Fine, let's take this final call. You have 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Talk to me.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to me.
This is Imadi Morio guy.
Imadi Morio guy, how are you doing this evening?
I'm fine. A first time caller.
A first time
First
caller.
time caller, welcome to the family. First time.
Thank you very much. Imani Murillo guy, talk to me quickly, 60 seconds.
Yeah,
We
I
need to
just
run
want
out
to
of here.
comment. Yeah, I just want to comment about this issue of Argentina of a thing.
Okay.
I think as for Enzo, I think Chelsea should just prepare of selling him out of Chelsea. We don't even want to see him in Chelsea again.
Okay.
They should just sell him off to any other club that wants him. We don't even need him again in Chelsea. Should not even come back to Chelsea. Let him continue his races elsewhere. Thank you and have a nice evening. Let me just cut it off short here.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Thank you very much. Imadi, nice guy. By tomorrow, like we said, we'll open the phone line early so that you guys can have your take. You guys like to leave it to the end. But please do call early. Finance boy talking sports. Jay, this is where the cookie crumbles, and this is where we'll be getting out of the studio. We can't take any more calls, guys. Apologies. We have to go. Fine, boy.
All right, so let's do this the same time tomorrow, 5 p.m. We will be back on the show. Thanks for the call. And those of you still calling, come on, keep those thoughts until tomorrow.
And that's it.
Okay, guys, so from the three of us, guys, we say we are done and we are gone. God bless. No.